It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
The ball carrier.
A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
On second down, it's Jones. And he got half of what he needed there, 2 yards, and it'll bring up a 3rd and 2 more.
33-yard line.
But that's all about doing the dirty work right there defensively. Second and short yardage, that's all about plugging those gaps, not giving a running back a crease to run through, and has a nice job to hold him just a couple and force a 3rd down.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. Mike
3rd and 2. Love with it. It's caught. Jones. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good. 14 yards. Good for a Packer first down. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
A first carry down. This is Williams. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
It's up 2nd and 11 at the 46-yard line.
Play fake. Here's Love. He gets this to Devontae Adams. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 42. A gain of 13. It's a first down. And he has now hit number 500. Charles, that is his 500th NFL career catch.
Definitely worthy of applause, but I remember when 500 meant you were going to the Hall of Fame. Nowadays, in today's football, 500 puts you on the path. A significant number.
He finds some way to turn this into positive yardage as he struggles forward for a pickup of about 2.
A gain of 2.
Certainly a nice job there by the defense rallying to the football and getting him on the ground, but I think the play gets made by the defensive front because if they can't get upfield, their job is to go ahead and get low, almost get into a ball sometimes, stack things up, and make it difficult for the runner to find a hole.
And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here comes the 7th play of this opening drive. They've moved it well, but here's 3rd down. Love from the gun. Strong coverage by Carolina. And on we go to 4th down.
Has to be a little bit of frustration there. Back-to-back incompletions. Receivers blanketed on both attempts, this time on 3rd down.
And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. On play action. Love to throw. And my goodness, this is incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And this defense delivers a turnover on downs on the very first drive of the afternoon.
Over on downs.
Bridgewater going to lead the Panthers out to the 9-yard line. First carry of the game for Christian McCaffrey. And he's across the 40, 3 extra yards to the 43. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Bridgewater, a play fake to McCaffrey. He'll look to throw.
That'll be caught by his tight end, Ian Thomas. He will go out right near the 35-yard line. 22 yards there, a first down.
First down, Panthers.
So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Bridgewater. A quick throw, but incomplete.
Well, that's a defensive coordinator's got to be happy with that result. They took away all options downfield and forced the incompletion.
2nd and 10.
2nd and 10. A very chilly day here, but no snow. And I got to say, if it's going to be this cold, I want snow. You should see Charles' face. He's looking at me like I'm crazy.
They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or 2 because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Eluding the pressure right. And he finds a man. It's McCaffrey. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 21. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. On first down, this is McCaffrey. It's a 6-yard pickup, but it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Ball carrier.
Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what
And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown.
Donald Parham.
His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Panthers are going to take a first-quarter lead. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead.
Panthers 7, Packers nothing.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Love going to give this one to Jones.
He's got the first down and more past midfield. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
T.J. Green on the tackle.
He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Now this throw caught left side. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. 25 yards that time.
occur.
Well, remember, they tried to get him the ball and let him run on the last play, but I think the light bulb went off in their play caller's mind, and this time they get it to him the more conventional way, and it's much more successful as well.
Now Jones. And he stopped immediately there. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be second and goal.
Line of scrimmage. No gain.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Panthers 7, Packers nothing.
Nothing on first down, so the ball remains at the 8-yard line, second and goal. They'll try again with Jones. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. Defensively, I think they can smell a stop. Ball right around the 5 here, brings up third.
And I think what they've done is they put doubt in the minds of the offensive guys. What do we do? Because now you don't have a go-to play. Either side they pick, throwing it, running it, it won't be easy.
Strong coverage by Carolina, and on we go to 4th down.
They certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield. But they never did.
That drive took him inside the 10. Good job defensively to hold him to 3.
Yeah, I like how you did that. Give a little tip of the cap to the stop troops there because they didn't give up a touchdown in that situation, right? Made them kick the field goal. And, yeah, points went against them, but that feels a whole lot better running off the field.
Now this will make it into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
On the return, the Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 30-yard line.
On 2nd down, McCaffrey. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
3-yard line.
2nd and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a 1st down. Keep the sticks moving.
Bridgewater able to get this to Thomas, his tight end. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 2nd.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Bridgewater going to give this to McCaffrey. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time.
Jair Alexander on the tackle. A gain of 2. Brings up.
They'll try and pick it up with McCaffrey. The ball's out. McCaffrey lost it. And the Packers pick it up. And the possession is theirs at their own 43-yard line. He was trying to do anything he could to get that final little bit for the 1st down. Instead, he lost the ball.
Yeah, and he was short of the 1st down, but not by much. Trying his best, as you noted, to get there. Sometimes that extra effort can cost you.
And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
Now, Brandon, that's the way you want to run the football. There should almost be quote bubbles above the offense right now. Bam, boom, biff. That's how they feel good about moving the football.
Flush to his right, and he's going to keep it here. And he is out of bounds inside the 30. Give him 7 on the tuck and run, and it'll get him a new set of downs.
Certainly making his presence felt in both the pass and the run game. He's having an impact.
Yeah, and his first carry of the game right there, he had hurt him with his arm. Now he's showing that he can shuffle the puppies as well.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
And that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
On 2nd down, it's Peterson. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. And he's got his man. It's Samuel. Touchdown, Carolina.
To Curtis Samuel.
Curtis Samuel, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Panthers are able to grow their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever. There it results in a touchdown. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
Off play action, he'll throw to start the drive.
On the crossing route, complete. That's Adams. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
A give to Jones. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half.
At their 48-yard line.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
A 2nd down completion got him 7. Now here's 3rd and 3. That is not going to be any help as they dump him behind the line of scrimmage. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And that'll bring up 4th down.
Love going to stay out there. They'll take a chance on 4th down.
A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And his guys are going to get the football at their own 47-yard line. Good starting position for the Panthers as they come up 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
2nd and 9.
Out of the gun, Bridgewater. Taking a shot for Samuel. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
Escaping the pressure right. On the run, he'll let it go deep, right sideline. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Now Bridgewater, quick throw out wide to Samuel. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. He was unable to shake free there. They'll cover him for a loss of a yard. 38-yard line, 2nd and 11. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. The Panthers going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 3rd and 1, here's Bridgewater. Looking for the end zone. That is caught. It's Anderson. Touchdown, Panthers.
To Robbie Anderson. Touchdown.
Robbie Anderson. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Panthers add on to their lead.
Joey
slide for the PAT.
Point after.
They had to go to the monitor, get an extra look. That's what the technology is for. And this touchdown will count. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. On the return, Williams. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 24-yard line.
Just 18 seconds remain till halftime as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. And an anxious moment or two there, but they do get him down. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And defensively, they're just looking to keep him contained as they're able to get him down. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on 2nd and short.
On the pickup brings up 2nd and 2.
Love, they go play action now. And he'll let this go deep for Lazard. And this is caught inside the 5. A big play that time through the air. 54 yards.
1st and goal at the...
So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit from the right hash. And this one just a chipping. And the 13-year man puts it through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. The Panthers out in front, and they will get the football first. Second half action underway. This one taken just inside the 10. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. He was looking to get that one to DJ Moore, and now it's third down.
A lot of times it's that first read that you have. Maybe you get it in pre-snap, and he locked in on his target, but he was covered quite well, and that one's incomplete.
Third and long for Bridgewater. Found his target. It's Anderson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. So here, the men in charge are going to be looking at whether or not the receiver had possession of the ball as he went out of bounds.
And to make sure that the receiver got both feet down in bounds as well.
Here's Michael Pilardi now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Here's Thomas on the return. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
38-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And, Charles, they trail by a couple of scores, but if they could put a good drive together here and go a long way toward getting them back in this football game.
And if you're looking at a checklist of things that they need to do in the second half, job number one was getting a stop, wasn't it? So, big check right there. Now they want to see if their offense can build on that momentum.
6-yard line.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll get it out to midfield. Let's see, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Not too many more ideal situations in 2nd and 2 in order to try and pick up a first down. They ran it and picked it up.
This is Jones. And this time not as successful as he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more.
The tackle by
no gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
No gain on the play.
Another scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Now a throw here to his running back. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
And he's unable to haul it in, so it falls incomplete over the middle third of the field, and that brings up 4th.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22. They'll give it up to McCaffrey. And he'll get this up over the 25 to the 26. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Returnable for Thomas. It's a nifty return of 29 yards. And the Packers will have a short field to work with here as they take over 1st and 10. First down, going to the air with Love. And the ball comes out. Love lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. Past the 20. And he takes it into the end zone. It's a fumble recovery and a touchdown for the Panthers. We know this defense has some playmakers. We saw it right there. Well, really, we've seen it the whole game.
Isn't it nice to see that on the opposite side of the ball? Respect, my man, respect. The defensive guys are outscoring their opposing offense.
Yeah, they're outscoring him indeed with that score alone. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. About set to get this drive started, the Green Bay offense at the line. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it. But you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it. And that's what you don't want to do.
7-yard line.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Working out of the gun. Love. Slant to Adams. And there is a flag, so a big 2nd down pickup, but will it hold? So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
That's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
They'll come up now on a 2nd and long after the hold. Finding room at the 30. And finally brought down at the 34-yard line. So from 2nd and long, now we go to 3rd and very manageable.
Yeah, they love that phrase, don't they? Because as an offensive coordinator, you can keep people a little bit off balance and guessing. Because you don't have to throw it. You can come back with a strong run game if you want to. And if you're in 4 down.
Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. Picked by Tarvarius Moore, and he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown. So this defense doubling its pleasure there. Remember, they had the fumble return for a score earlier in the game, and now this time an interception return for another score. And the kick is no good, but there are flags behind the line. He's going to get bailed out. I think this is going to be a roughing call. Now Joey Sly for the point after. He gets it to go, and the lead swells, 35-6.
Panthers 35, Packers 6.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
25-yard line.
Love and the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And he'll begin the drive with a give to Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Darren Lee there to get him down.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 26-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Play action this time with Love. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not as...
Touchdown, Carolina!
Christian McCaffrey with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. After the roughing penalty on the PAT, they'll kick off from 15 yards further upfield. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
Loving the Packers now with a 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
Aaron Jones.
Offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball. But when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
They stay on the ground. This time it's Williams. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half. And that trend is continuing here.
A couple of extra defensive backs in the ball game here on 3rd and 6. Out of the shotgun, it's Love. He's got his man, Valdez-Scantling. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 13 yards, 1st down, Packers. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. The give is to Jones. And he's going to get this deep on the Carolina side of the field. A big run there by Jones. Give him 42 yards on the ground.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Aaron Jones. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll bring up a 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at the 11-yard line.
And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Six yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Running right, Jones. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 4 yards on the play, and that leads to the 1st and goal.
The running game's played a huge part in getting them down to this point on the field. I say stay with it. Keep pounding the football. Keep driving. Keep grinding.
Yeah, even down in the red zone, keep going for it.
No doubt about it. Dance with what brung you.
Operating from the gun. Love. And he's got it. It's caught for a Packers touchdown. Josiah DeGuara. His 5th touchdown now on the year. And his guys are able to at least knock this deficit down a bit. And he'll bang that one through.
That's the score. Panthers 42, Packers 13.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fields it in the middle of the end zone. And the decision to bring it out, not a good one, as he's tackled at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Throwing here to start the drive as they connect left side. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this.
And no room that time, getting it to about the 46. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
Brings up 3rd down.
From the gun, Bridgewater. Buying time to his left. And that is incomplete.
That was an interesting look there because as soon as he got outside the pocket, I thought he was going to take off and run for yardage. But what often happens now with these quarterbacks who can move, defenses want to try and keep bodies in front of them, and I think that discouraged him from taking off and made him try a pass downfield that fell incomplete.
Well, pretty woeful there. Just 23 yards on the punt. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
8-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway.
Now, this game went off the rails early for them and never really got back on track. And these fans, they were expecting to be on the other side of the scoreboard. But that is not the case as we play on here in this 4th quarter.
They'll only get a couple up to about the 30.
The tackle by Brian Burns.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Now a 2nd down throw for Love here. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Oh, that was a nice job there. Quarterback and receiver reading the pressure that was brought. They both knew it was going to open up the middle of the field. Nice little shake and bake at the line of scrimmage. Got right into his route. And the quarterback hit him in stride, and he was able to run free after the catch.
He was brought down by
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Love now on 2nd down. Open on the left side. This is Valdez-Scantling. A good pickup there. 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
And Jones is not going to have the 1st down as they stop him short. Tough sledding. They lose a yard there on 3rd.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Go, go, go. Mike 42, Mike 42. Silver, Silver. Stop Mike 42, Mike 42. Stay with it.
Desperation time here. Love on 4th down. Able to find Lazard. And he's able to pick up the 1st down here before he goes down at the 26. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th.
6-yard line.
Now a 1st down carry by Jones. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
It's been clear in this matchup which side has been the more physical one. It's been this defense. And here's another example on that last play.
Here comes the 8th play of the drive, and they need a full 10 yards on 3rd down.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Tackles, tackles. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Mike spot 4. Here we go.
Love from the gun. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Boy, so another interception, CD. It feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead, positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Throwing here, Bridgewater. He's got a man, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the 4th quarter.
Try to get it to Anderson, but it's intercepted. Picked off around the 37. And a huge return as he'll take this one all the way down inside the 30-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fan.
And now here is another interception. Picked up by Troy Pride. And they're going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
22-yard line.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, just don't really do that in the NFL. You know, these guys play, and we just play them all the way through. Now, in certain situations, they will take them out, but for the most part, they're not as worried and concerned about getting them out of the game, and that's always puzzled me a little bit.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. And he'll air this one deep for Anderson. That's caught inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Carolina. Joey.
Well, this is exactly where I expect teams to take a shot. Right after a turnover, you count on the defense being a little bit jumbled coming out on the field, maybe catch them back on their heels, and that's exactly what they did there. They threw it downfield and really created a big play.
Yeah, you said jumbled. They were the definition of jumbled defensively. One play and into the end zone. Taking it about the 1. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19.
At their own 19-yard line.
About set to get this drive started. The Green Bay offense at the line. This one certainly has not gone according to script. You would have thought on paper that the pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Brian Burns, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year.
Today's final score, Panthers.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they?